Hello and welcome to Lifetime in Court, the podcast where we discuss your favorite made-for-TV movies. Whether you love to hate watch or hate yourself for loving them, pour up a glass of your favorite cocktail and join us. I am your host, Patrick Serrano, and my guests today are...
I'm Drew Currett, yeah!
And I'm Alli Braun.
Yay! Wow, Alli Braun back again.
Back again. So glad to be here.
Again.
Oh, I need this. This is exactly what I needed. So I'm so glad to be here. I'm here.
We got you, girl.
Yeah, we are here. We're here for you. We're here for the listeners. We're here for everybody. Keep them having fun in this world that we live in, which isn't that fun right now. But, you know.
Yeah, we live in trash world. It's fine. We'll get out of trash world eventually.
Yep.
Yeah, and this is not a trash podcast, so you're welcome.
No, this is the opposite of trash.
It makes you feel whatever the opposite of trash is. That's how you feel leaving after this podcast. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Yes. Like a new something.
What would be the opposite of trash? Like if you were to get an opposite of that.
I was thinking of like a car wash because recently I've really enjoyed car washes. If I'm feeling really bad, I'll just pay $3, roll through and be like, I'm cleansed. This is
that is the opposite of trash. Is a fresh car wash.
Well, now we're a car wash podcast, so
we are a fresh car wash.
Hey guys, welcome to Car Wash.
Welcome to Car Wash.
Okay, all right, moving on.
Welcome to Car Wash, podcast.
We're not a car wash podcast, but please, if you have one that you know of, let me know. I'd love to listen to that.
I want to see what a car wash podcast is. I guarantee you there is.
My mind is just racing with the possibilities of what that could be.
Well, there you go.
Like all the new technologies on like how to wash your car and like all the chemicals that you need.
The waxes,
the detailing.
Perfect.
Tell us about it.
So we're not here to talk about car washes. We're here to talk about our amazing podcast. This is normally a time where we do businessy times, but we don't have any new reviews today, or I just can't remember the ones that we read already. So I'm not going to read any new ones today. But I have been getting a lot of nice comments from people just messaging and being like, you know, we're back at work and like you're making our days go by faster and da-da-da.
Aww.
So I just want to say thank you to all of them and sorry that you're back at work because that's just no fun. And we are lucky to be working from home and recording the podcast at home. So, you know, stay safe out there, everybody.
Yeah, stay safe. Wear your mask. Don't be an asshole.
Wash your hands.
Yes. So business time over. And Drew, you are going to be so excited about the movie we're talking about today. This one we've been saving for you. We had a little tornado last week where we couldn't record, but we're here this week recording. And we're talking about Stalked by My Ex-Husband.
Yay! Oh, so Stalked by My Is this a Stalked by My Doctor series?
No, not a doctor.
Oh.
By my husband's... Oh, wait. No, I read that wrong.
Or it's like Stalked by... Like, there's like a Stalked by series, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
But this one is called Stalked by My Husband's Ex.
Oh, by my husband's ex.
Not by my ex-husband. I get that mixed up. I read things backwards. It's a whole thing.
That's a totally different movie.
I literally almost watched a movie called, with that exact title because
it exists. It exists.
Right, exactly.
It's also a Lifetime movie. Stalked by my ex-husband and Stalked by My Husband's Ex.
Yep.
Yeah, so those are totally different movies.
Totally different. And let me tell you, Drew, the title doesn't give things away.
Mm-mm.
Really?
Okay. I'm going to say the title is a misdirect.
Well, I'll tell you what. I just pulled it up on IMDb just now.
Yep.
It does have another name.
Oh, what's the original title or alternate title?
The alternate title is... Okay, so Stalked by My Husband's Ex is the original title. This alternate title is Another Mother.
I hate that. That doesn't. But okay, we'll go with it. We'll go with it.
Another Mother.
Terrible. Terrible. The movie stars Alex McKenna, Rae Blair, and Adam Huss.
Yeah.
None of those people you would know. Adam Huss was in a bunch of like gay movies, like like gay movies in like the 2000s.
Oh.
So he
okay.
played like the hunky guy.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, he was always the hunky guy. Okay. Yeah,
I mean,
sure.
he's pretty pretty hunky.
Yeah, he's pretty.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I recognize that guy.
Yeah, he's been in a ton of stuff. So jumping into the movie, it starts off right away, like in the middle of like a storm and stuff.
Loved it. You're immersed completely.
Right, and there's
what kind of storm is like rainy?
Rainy lightning.
Ooh, okay, yeah.
And we see like a drunk woman, and she's like, "You're not taking my daughter," you know. Like one of the
one of those
That's
things.
exactly right.
Her name is Nina, okay? And her husband, the hunky, not gay guy, is named Ryan. And he's like, he has his daughter in his arms. He puts her in the back seat. He like buckles the seat. He like adjusts the seat for the height of the child. He makes sure that it's safely buckled into the car. You know,
good.
Car seats are hard to put in.
Yeah.
I didn't actually realize how many steps there were until they broke it down for me. So thank you for that. Actually.
So many steps to putting in a car seat because you want to make sure the kid's safe.
And
yes,
they looked super safe. I was impressed with that.
And I feel like that's Lifetime keeping their air of PSA.
Oh yeah, you know they keep things
that
informative while you're entertained.
Yeah.
No, actually, she just like picks up a rock and like hits him in the head. She's like, "Don't take my daughter!" Hits him in the head. Jumps into the car with like her 17 bottles of wine. She's like about to back out of the driveway, but the police pull up. They're like, "Whoop whoop! No, lady, you cannot drive drunk with a child in your car."
No,
even if
do not.
No, nope. That child was buckled in so safe, and she was absolutely not.
A child seat will not save you from a drunk driver.
Exactly what they were trying to. Yeah, that was the PSA there.
Yeah.
So she gets arrested, of course. And then we flash forward, right?
Okay, yeah.
That's it.
That's
I think we get like the title card or something.
Yep.
Stalked by my husband's ex.
Yep.
Another mother.
So we cut to this like beautiful resort. We meet this woman named Kristen. She works in like weddings or it's kind of vague.
It was like hotel event-y. Yes, sure.
Here's the thing about Kristen, Drew. Kristen doesn't matter in this movie at all.
Nope.
Okay. She's blonde. She's beautiful. She's a very competent, top build, competent actress. Did a great job. Could not matter any less to the plot. To the plot specifically.
Okay.
She's just kind of there. She's like a surrogate audience person.
That's accurate.
Right?
Okay. Yeah.
So we see her. She has her friend Sierra, who also looks very similar to her. They're both blonde, beautiful women. They lay out all this exposition in like a tidy monologue. It's like, "Oh, Kristen, I'm so glad you're working out as an event planner, and you have 7 kids, and you have a cat, and your mom died in a car crash, and you know one of those." But everything that I just said is not accurate to this movie.
It was so much expo up front, though. It was like, let me tell you everything real quick. I got you.
Good.
But
well, no, that's good. That actually gives them points. They get points for me now.
Right. Basically, what it sums up to be is like Ryan, his wife is in prison. He has a daughter named Lisa who's like adorable and his blessing child. And he's going to propose to her, you know.
Great.
So that's really it.
That's it. and then it's not, this doesn't matter.
Not really.
No.
Also? Okay.
No.
Okay, good. Okay, noted.
So basically,
I'll put that in my notes.
Ryan proposes to Kristen, except he's like pulling out the ring and the daughter is like, "What's that? Is that a ring for proposing of a wedding?"
Oh, ruiner.
She's like, it's gonna happen, and I want to. Oops. Yeah, complete spoiler.
Ruiner of things.
She's just like this nosy little bitch child, and I was like, this kid needs to calm down because she immediately posts about it on social media. And she's maybe 10.
I think she's 10. Yeah. She's way too into whatever her dad's relationship life was like. She was there for the picking out of the ring. It was very involved.
Yeah, she's basically like picking out her new mother, which is like so weird to say. And she said it like multiple times throughout the movie.
That was weird. And she also said she picked out the biggest engagement ring possible because she said, I don't want her to say no. And I thought that was weird also.
Well, you know, size matters. When you're talking about engagement rings.
That diamond, man, you got to make sure to get that diamond in there.
That's for my stalker to note. So stalker, when you are proposing to me, because you're stalking me, big ring.
Diamond.
Big ring.
Big ass diamond. Big ass diamond.
It matters.
But Patrick only deserves the biggest diamond on the planet.
Well, you don't want Patrick to say no, so you have to get the biggest ring possible.
And
otherwise he will say no.
I'll probably say no to my stalker. So just gonna throw that out there.
So bigger the diamond, the better the chances of him saying yes.
Exactly.
Especially if you're a stalker. Okay. Now that
we cut to Nina.
Also call the cops, Patrick. Immediately.
Please yes, I will. We cut to Nina, our newly sober, and kind of like she has like a different little hairstyle going on. She like looks pretty cute. Yeah.
I love this little top pony thing that she had going on.
It was an adorable hairstyle.
It was cute.
She's out on bail and she checks in with her parole officer, and he's just like, hey, like, don't mess up, okay? I don't want to see you here. I don't want to see you back in jail. She immediately goes to like a 7-Eleven and gets like
liquor store. Boom.
Yeah, get a little pint. Get a pint of something.
Yeah. It was
Get
like
yourself a little pint of Svedka.
It was oddly like right next to the courthouse too. It's like, walking out and getting my vodka.
There we go. Good to go.
That's on purpose. That shit is on purpose.
But then she like gets all drunk and she calls Ryan and she's like, I saw your wedding. You're getting engaged and my daughter. I got to see my daughter. She's like being the horrible ex that you would expect her to be.
Yeah.
And he's kind of like, he's like on the phone with her and he's like, I need you to like not come back into my life. Like we are good on that. And the note.
Let me guess, a pint of Svedka.
Right,
look,
exactly.
Just don't stop it.
The thing here that's different, Drew, than a normal Lifetime movie is that Ryan immediately tells Kristen about the call.
Oh, good.
That never happens. He would. He would usually hide it.
Yeah,
that's a good point. Yeah,
and it would come back. But I was like, that's when I was like, oh, this is a real relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you'd be like, okay, look, my ex, she drunk. Get drunk.
Yeah.
He gets drunk and she calls me. That's gonna be a thing until we figure it out legally.
Right. And Kristen's like, well, thank you for telling me, she doesn't even be like your ex, like that trope. Like she's very supportive of her husband or husband to be. And she's like, okay, we'll figure it out. We just got to make sure Lisa's safe, like from her, because that's, if she's demanding to see Lisa, like that's not a good thing. Like she's a child and Nina doesn't have custody of the child. So she shouldn't see her,
Yeah, because she's drunk all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then we, I'm lost in my notes here. Sometimes I write them in like a weird way. So
you write them like backwards, like Memento.
Well, I try to like segue between paragraphs. Go ahead, Alli.
No, that's fair. I think the next step that I had was that they're planning for their engagement party, kind of when Nina, ex-wife, starts all this stalky weird business. She's all over the Instagram. She like comes to the house at one point. She's just like very invested in the fact that her ex is now engaged to a new woman. And this new woman's going to be the mom, I guess. Yeah. So.
Right. And the key part there is like the social media aspect. She's like learning everything from an Instagram account.
Yep.
Most obviously it's the child's Instagram account, which is like a publicly accessible 10-year-old Instagram, which seems very problematic to me.
That's negligence. There's some negligence going on there.
Well, I mean,
shouldn't happen.
Her name's Lisa. She's she's old for 10, she's like all over the Instagram. She's posting about the engagement. She's got her own opinions on her dad's relationship. She does 10.
Yeah, she does like sponsored content for Dunkin' Donuts. She's out there like doing it.
She's an influencer, let's be honest.
She's like, get a wake up rap at Dunkin', okay?
Subscribe, follow, below.
Totally.
She's like a YouTuber and an Instagram. Yeah, she's famous already at 10.
So an engagement party happens, and this is finally where we get some POCs up in the house because like that we have none so far. So they're like hanging out at the party. Who are they? Like maybe the best man or something. Very minimal parts, but just wanted to let you know that they're there.
Yep.
Nina shows up at the engagement party because she sees it on social media, and she like checks in at like the front desk, and they're kind of like, this bitch is drunk and like not dressed to be at an engagement party. Like she's basically in like a JLo tracksuit. You know?
Where's the beers?
Totally.
I think that's what she walks in and says. Yeah, where's the beers? And
right. Like
where's the wine and beers?
They're like over there.
Over there? I don't know. Who's this bitch?
The best part is, Drew, like you're really not that far off because a waiter walks by with like a tray of drinks and she like grabs two off of it.
Yeah.
And you're like
double fisting. Absolutely.
It's set up
I mean, I get her. I actually do.
Right.
I get this woman. I do. And it's it's a struggle. She has a problem.
Well, the original title for the movie was Stalked by My Husband's Ex, Drew Bear.
It was me.
It was you.
It was me. But it's based on my life.
Lifetime like passed on that. They were like, we don't know what a Drew Bear is. We
don't know what a Drew Bear is. What is a Drew Bear?
So she takes the drinks off of the tray. You think she's going to slam them back, right? No. She doesn't slam them back. She marks right up to Kristen, and she throws a drink in her face.
What? Oh, no.
I know. At her own engagement party. Can you imagine?
Like, if that happened at an engagement party that, like, you were at, that you were just like, do, this is fun. We're having fun with our friends, and everything is fine. And some drunk fucking idiot just like, the bride-to-be.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh, here we go.
And everyone at the party starts freaking out, like, oh my God, like what the hell's going on?
Right.
They like grab her. She's like kicking and screaming and punching. She's like, give me my daughter, give me back my daughter, like freaking out. It was perfection, Lifetime moment. I was like, this is what I watched Lifetime for, this moment right here.
Wonderful.
It was security coming in from it was everything. It was epic.
Perfect. Oh, also, Drew, I forgot to say, while Nina's being dragged away by security, she pepper sprays Ryan, her ex-husband, in the face.
She does? She pepper sprays?
Yeah.
The cops didn't?
Nope. She somehow had pepper spray, and she's just like, fuck you. Pepper sprays him too.
I'm like, fucking. Oh, man.
I forgot about that. Yep. Pepper spray.
It's like a
it all happened so fast. It all happened so fast.
Yeah. At his own engagement party. Pepper sprayed.
Just you get pepper sprayed at your own engagement party,
right?
Man,
you're like, no, and then sprayed. Okay,
that'd be a bit of a red flag, I guess.
Right? You're like, I don't know about this wedding anymore.
Is this an omen?
The diamond was huge, but this is a little too much for me.
This is a lot.
You know what they say.
But they're like, she's like, I kind of like this drama. This is kind of fun.
Kristen would.
Yeah, it's just like, this is kind of fun.
So since this all happens at a resort, because don't forget, Kristen works at a resort for some reason, they decide to stay at the resort, Ryan and Lisa and Kristen. She left Sierra borrow her car, the friend, so to like go like take care of stuff and like take party supplies back or whatever. But basically the key thing you need to know here, Drew, is that Sierra's driving Kristen's car. On her way home, she gets tailed by someone flashing their lights and driving really aggressively, and of course swerves them off the road, and Kristen gets in a car crash and she dies.
Yeah, she dies.
Did she die?
She dies.
Oh,
or not Kristen, I'm sorry, Sierra
dies.
Sierra dies.
The best friend dies,
and she does. She
just got banked off the road. Okay.
Yeah, well, she's trying to like drive all around these roads to throw what she believes to be is Nina off her trail. She's like, oh, Nina's drunk behind me. I'll get you so lost. And then boom. That was
Right. Because drunk drivers, they're just driving all over the place.
Yep.
I mean,
It's very dangerous.
That's what happens. If you're drunk and you get in a car, you're just like, woo! Not real. None of this is real.
Right.
This is a video game. Yeah.
So detectives show up. We have two black detectives.
Good.
Yep.
Zandra Wilson.
Actually, she was awesome because she was like nonsense.
Yeah.
Nope.
I loved her line deliveries for every single line. It was like really good stuff. Like kind of like a real detective would be. Like she like breaks the news about Sierra dying and she's like, okay, so this is going to be tough, but like your friend died, She doesn't like sugarcoat it or whatever. And they're like looking at her like, what? What did you say? And she's like, she's dead. Mm-hmm. she's fucking dead. Okay.
One more time for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This actress, I recognize her in weird ways because of like the weird shit that I watch.
Yeah.
So like I watch horror movies and like UFO documentaries, X-Files. I'm into all that stuff.
Right.
This woman always plays like a detective or a district attorney, or like she just always like an authoritative figure because she's just like
no BS.
Makes sense. She like
beautiful black woman
gets
that
it.
Was, this is the thing.
Yes, exactly. Well, she's probably had so much practice playing these type of roles that she's like, oh, you want me to be a detective? I don't need the script. I got it. I already
got it. I'll just say the things that I know.
Just let me improvise. I'm an amazing actor.
There was one line where she was like calling in a code. She's like, we got a 402 9er. And I was like, that has to be fake, but I believe it. She was convincing.
Totally. Man.
We got a 402 9er.
It was awesome. She's great.
I love it. So
she probably does have a 402 9er.
Hey, So Nina is living in a garage or something, and she like just screams in the garage and like throws her phone around. She's like having the crazy moment, that happens in a Lifetime movie with a villain. And you're like, okay, we like really got the villain thing down. Like let's see how crazy this villain can be, which is the rule of Lifetime. Like, how crazy can this husband's?
Yeah, you see them by themselves. Like what they do by themselves, where they're like, no, mother, no, no. And then they're like writing shit on the walls and like smearing their shit on chairs.
Totally. Well, she's not doing that. But basically, she's like, she gets fired from her job. Her parole officer probably is like on her ass. And she's just like messaging the daughter, Lisa, on Instagram, like under a like fake account.
She's catfishing her own.
Oh,
it's very strange. Yeah. It's
catfishing her daughter. Okay.
To be like,
her own daughter.
Do you want to learn more about your mom, or do you ever wonder about your mom? Which I thought was like
manipulative and terrible.
Yeah.
So of course Lisa's
it's pretty obvious too.
Yeah.
She sounds like a pretty smart girl. She's like, Mom?
Like, are you my mother? Did I kill my mother?
Did I kill my mother? Turns out no.
No, she didn't. So Lisa goes missing from school, the daughter, and Ryan is like, oh my God, my daughter's missing. Maybe I shouldn't have let her have an Instagram account when she's 10 and give her own cell phone and like let her just live like she's a 16-year-old. She also has a car and, she can smoke, what are those things called?
Just like vape.
Yeah, she can vape
her ass off and do whatever she wants. Yeah.
That's
Lisa's a cool kid. So she goes missing and Kristen's like, let me help you like find your daughter. They take out like a pink iPad, which is iconic.
Of course.
Because, she's 10 and they're like,
there's that bunny ears like
yeah.
And they like look at the chat history on Instagram and they see the message and they're like, oh, it's Nina.
Because
gotta be.
Nina was like, let's meet at this cafe and I'll tell you more about your mom. And Lisa, the influencer, is like, okay, that's a great idea.
It's like, that sounds great.
Right.
I'm an idiot. I'm 10 years old and I'm dumb.
Yes.
I'm a dumb kid.
So they meet up at this cafe. I wrote a honky tonk bar or maybe a Cracker Barrel.
It did kind of get the Cracker Barrel vibes. Yeah, that's right.
But sweet little country fried steak and eggs, baby.
Lisa walks in. She's like, I'm having none of this Cracker Barrel business. Like, there's only beige on my plate here. I can't handle it. she goes to the bathroom and calls like for help. Like she calls her dad and she's like, I need help. I got myself in a bad situation, which also doesn't happen in Lifetime movies. The kid would just be like, oh no.
Yeah, it'd be like, I'm a dumb kid. Boop, boop.
Yep.
But like, I think this is like kind of more of a sounding like more of a realistic Gen. What is the generation Z?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Gen Z.
A Gen Z. Yeah. That Gen Zs, man, they're gonna save the world.
So
they're gonna save the world.
Ryan shows up. He sees his daughter. He's like, oh my God, what happened? Like, what are you doing here? Where's Nina, your mother? And she's like, she's in the back room. So it goes into the back room. Nina's back there. She's like, I don't know what I did. I'm sorry. Like, I didn't mean this to become a whole thing. It cuts away to Kristen, like being like, are you okay, Lisa? You know, because again, Kristen doesn't matter in this movie. She's just serving as like a point to come away. The two detectives come running in because, of course, they called the cops. They come back with their guns out for a kidnapping case. And Nina is dead in the back of the cafe. And Ryan is standing above her body. I didn't do it.
His hands up. I didn't do it yet.
Yeah.
Guns drawn. Unreal.
What?
Uh-huh. And this is like 30 minutes left in the movie, Drew. And I was like, what? This isn't how this goes.
What?
Yeah.
That's different.
Yeah.
That's different.
Truly shocking. It was one of the biggest shocks I've ever seen in a Lifetime movie, because the title is saying this bitch is who the bad guy is.
That's the villain.
She dies. You're like, what's going to happen for the rest of the movie?
30 minutes left?
Yep. Long resolve, which is not very Lifetime at all either.
Yeah.
So I was confused as well. I had to rewind it. I texted you and I was like, I just had to rewind this film because I could not believe what happened.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So, whoa. This is like starting to be like, wait, is this a series? Is there going to be another episode?
No, this is all in one.
Just one movie.
Little tidy package, okay?
Yep.
So
nice. Okay.
Kristen's left to raise Lisa by herself because Ryan is in jail for the murder of his ex-wife.
Mm-hmm.
Which would really happen. It's late.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's
absolutely
very late at night. Kristen's home alone with the kid. She's on her iPad or something, and she sees someone like lurking around. And she's like,
it's a ghost.
It's the ghost
of Nina's body.
I was confused here. She was on Instagram again, right? Like Lisa's in bed. She's downstairs in what's I believe to be Ryan's house, just scrolling on Instagram again.
Mm-hmm.
And there was this weird little bit that I had not even remembered from earlier in the movie where she sees a necklace on herself, like on Instagram.
Yeah.
And she was like, wait, that's my necklace that she had seen once earlier in the movie. It was this tiny, tiny detail that I was like, wait a minute, I have to rewind again. I rewound like 4 times.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Because she's sitting there alone in her house and she finds this necklace that she believes to be hers. Anyways, it was a tiny detail.
The necklace, though, it comes into play because it's a gift from her ex. She has an ex. His name is Matt, okay? And throughout the movie, if you go back and watch, he shows up in little tiny scenes that you would have never, ever taken into account throughout the whole movie. He is the person lurking outside her window. He comes in with a knife and he's like, I got him out of the way. Ryan's out of the way. We can be together now. And I want to be with you. And I am.
This is Kristen's ex.
It's Kristen's ex that's been stalking them the whole time.
He's the villain.
He just, boom, shows up in her kitchen, knife in hand.
Right.
He's like, hello, Kristen. I was like, what?
Hello, Kristen. I have a knife. This is a shark knife. We can be together.
That's exactly how it went. Yeah, literally.
And the
okay, can you put down the knife if you want to be together? We need to.
In the first time you
it.
see him, Drew, you're like, who the fuck is this guy? Don't worry, the movie does you the favor of showing through flashbacks all the things that he did. So he first, I'm trying to like figure this out. So he's the person who was driving the car with Sierra, and he like chased her down after the party, and made her run off the road because he thought it was Kristen. He was trying to stop Kristen and then tell her that he loved her. Then when he walked up to the car after a crash, he saw Sierra inside and strangled her to death.
He's like, oops.
He's like, you're not
better kill her.
Kristen.
You're not my ex.
Better kill her then.
Goodbye. Exactly. Ugh. Ugh.
And then we cut to the back of the cafe. When Ryan was talking to his daughter, he comes in and kills Nina, strangles her, leaves the body. Ryan comes back and is caught by the police and is then the suspect of murder.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
So he's like framing him and shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Framing him for the murder. And Kristen's like, this is very bad. Lisa comes downstairs. She's like, what's going on? They all get kidnapped and like taken away to like, I don't know, some resort like by the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Literally by the ocean. Very important.
And Matt holds Lisa captive for like 2 minutes because the movie's literally about to end. And she like has the necklace on and everything. And she's like, oh, you know what? Like all this stuff you did for me is so romantic. And like I really appreciate that and I love you.
Thank you so much.
And let's start a life together. She like goes in for like a tender caress, like a little huggy kissy time. And then she pushes him over, or she grabs his gun and then like she's like, Lisa, get out of here. And then when he's distracted, she like pushes him off a cliff and he falls to his death.
Oh, so she murders him.
Yeah.
Also.
Yep. She's like,
okay.
I'm gonna.
Well, self-defense. It's self-defense.
Right.
Self-defense.
She starts being like, I'm gonna mess with him psychologically and start telling him, okay, I'll be with you. It's gonna be fine. And
you're like, no one's ever done this for me before. This is the nicest thing anyone killed my friend, put my fiance into jail just because you love me so much. That is so romantic. Oh my God.
Yes, that's like verbatim what she said.
Yep. Oh, but she's like, please just let Lisa go. Like, I'll be with you. Just let Lisa go. And he's like, let her go. We're going to raise her.
We're going to raise her as our own. Yeah.
Well, because let's not forget, Matt is a man of values. Okay. All he wants is just start a family and have a wife and like, you know, have the house and the dog or whatever. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He's just going to extremes to get it. He knows what he wants.
He knows what he wants.
You got to get what you want in life, no matter what.
So
go for it.
Lisa like hugs Kristen. She's like, thanks for saving my life, Mom. And the police show up and it's our favorite detective again. And she's just like, yeah, he's definitely dead. He fell off that cliff and like smashed on the rocks and he's like very, very dead. So, Kristen
splattered.
Just splattered. Yeah. Kristen's like, oh, well, great. So what about Ryan? And the detective's like, oh, we'll get him out, but you know, it's a process, so like it will take some time.
It's gonna take years. It's actually gonna take years to do this.
I love that. I love that bit too. I was like, oh, there you go.
That's awesome. There's like, this is not easy because we also now have to investigate this guy's death because you tossed him off of a fucking cliff.
Exactly. I'm like,
we have to figure this whole thing out.
I was so happy that Ryan wasn't waiting there like in an ambulance or something, like there for his honey or whatever. No, she's just like, it's gonna be a while. So then we cut to like 7 months later or something, and then we see Ryan marrying Kristen and Lisa's the flower girl, and
it's like 2 years later after all of everything.
Totally.
His paperwork is processed.
Yeah.
2 years later.
And he's like getting out of a jail. This is like,
and that, Drew, is the movie.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well done, guys.
So, Drew, on the podcast, you know this already.
I do know this.
I guess I'm telling Alli this. I forget how this works. On the podcast, we either pour it up or put a cork in it. We'll start with Alli. Alli, what are you going to do to this movie?
I am going to say, I'm going to pour it up. It thrilled me. I was just on a roller coaster the entire time. I have never had a Lifetime movie that kept me engaged because I was like, what could possibly happen next? Like you said, when you have 30 minutes left and it is just like completely taken the plot line from underneath you, that you're like, what is going to happen? I had to stay for it. And usually around that point, I'm like, okay, it's the resolve. I don't need this. I'm good. But I needed it. I needed to stay through the whole thing. It was awesome.
Yeah. Drew,
Resolved it.
how about you?
Oh, I'm pouring it up, man. This got all the juicy bits I love about the being explained a Lifetime movie.
Yeah.
Like the twist on that's fun. I mean,
Shocking.
weird, but
Shocking.
and I don't know why it would be called Stalked by My Husband's Ex or Another Mother. I don't know. That doesn't make sense, but I think that's fun. Either way, I think that's hilarious that it was called. It was had two titles and neither one of them were actually. They didn't spoil it. Because usually the titles kind of spoil it. We're like, yeah, those are the villains.
So this is where I'm going to credit probably the production and the director, because and probably the writer as well, because the writer obviously has a title in mind. They didn't want to give away that twist, so they were like, let's do a misdirect title. We know how Lifetime works. Cool. So
I think that's cool.
I thought it was cool too. So I
hope the director or writer, hit us up.
I'm looking them up right now because I want to just shout them out. So obviously I'm pouring it up. I thought the twist was like everything, and the drink throwing in the face thing was everything.
Oh, you know who the director is?
Who?
Ferrante, our favorite director.
Oh, yeah.
The director of Sharknado.
Yes.
Can I just say the director of the classic movie Sharknado?
Drew is a fan.
Huge fan of the Sharknado series.
And I like Tara Reid, so there's that.
Yep.
Ironically, of course. I don't actually like Tara Reid. I like Tara Reid.
You know what else he directed? Is a movie called Zombie Tidal Wave.
Well, there you go. Anthony C. Ferretti, or what did you say?
Ferrante.
I think I said that wrong on my YouTube channel. I covered this already on my YouTube channel. And I said his name wrong, but he was tweeting me and I was like, oh, maybe I should get him on the podcast. So maybe I will. Now that Drew isn't.
I want to talk to old Tony Ferrante.
Because it would be cool to hear, I
want to talk to him.
What is it like to make a Lifetime movie? And then how did you get, I know how he got the licensing to do what he wanted, because he directed Sharknado. They're like, you're
hustler.
TV movie royalty. Do whatever you want. Sharknado is the most popular TV movie in modern times.
And I saw it in a theater.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
They had a limited run at an AMC back 2013 when it was made, or when it came out.
Mm-hmm.
And me and our great friend Jamie Jurak, who's been on the show,
love her.
She we went and saw it in a theater. We saw Sharknado in a theater, and it was yes. And there was 5 other people in the theater, but it was awesome. It was great.
Well, there you go. Also, the writer's name is Scott Coletti. So Scott Coletti, props to you for a well-written script with actual twists and turns that were shocking. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So that wraps up our conversation about what is this? Stalked by my husband's ex.
Stalked by my husband's ex / another mother.
Stalked by another mother.
There we go.
Stalked by another mother's another mother's husband, ex-husband.
But also my ex-husband. Okay.
But also my
perfect. Let's do a Candace, yeah?
Yes.
Oh.
What you say, Candace Cameron Bure. On my wedding day, catch the bouquet. Candace hates the gays. Candace Cameron Bure. Drinking rosé, eating creme brulee. Can't share with me. Candace Cameron Bure. Yeah. What you say, Candace Cameron Bure. Okay, now it is time for What You Say, Candace Cameron Bure, the segment where we watch Candace's Instagram and we talk about it. So they have a clip. Alli, you're not going to be able to see it. You're just going to be able to hear the audio since we're doing this remotely. But here we go.
It's time for Christmas. It's day 1 of Hallmark Christmas movie number 9. I hope you're as excited as I am.
So,
Number 9?
her 9th Christmas movie
Oh, okay.
called Candace, What You Talking About Christmas?
Candace, what do you think about Christmas, girl?
That's not the title.
Working title.
Working title. She's filming. She's in Canada. She finally is out of quarantine, and she's filming her Christmas movie because Alli, she had to go to Canada quarantine to film. And it's golden hour right now, apparently. Sorry, everyone. I'm just like very
beautiful.
much.
You know what? You should take a screenshot right now.
Okay,
Yeah.
I will.
Everyone
You look beautiful.
listening needs to see this. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. I think everyone needs to see this. We'll do it right now.
Yeah, we're gonna do.
I'm not editing this out.
No, I know you're not. Let me take a screenshot and the golden hour. Okay. Okay, so that's literally a picture you're going to see on social media at Lifetime at Court. But Candace is filming her Christmas movie right now, and it's just like it's actually happening. Like Christmas movies are gonna for real happen. Can't
stop those.
I'm shocked.
Cannot stop those.
I'm thrilled. You know, I have been thinking about it, and I'm like, you know what? The world needs Christmas movies this year.
I know.
They do. The whole world does.
We really do. I'm thinking come the cold months, like what are we going to need the most? But I never thought I would exist in a world where Christmas movies were going to happen, but sports aren't happening. I'm just like, this is unreal. But
this just is validating for me to pick the right podcast topic because there's another podcast on the network about football, and what are they going to talk about?
They're going to talk about all the football that has ever happened in history.
Really?
And if you like football, which I doubt,
not a lot of overlap here.
Listen to this. It's not a lot of overlap, but it's called the Push Off Podcast, also on our network.
Love the Push Off.
They are very knowledgeable about football, and they're very
sexy
and funny. They're funny guys.
I love them.
But that's a football podcast. They know more. They're like Rain Men about football, and I don't understand. Like, it's hard to. If you like that shit, that's
there. You go. Tell your husbands or your lesbian wives about the football podcast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And yes. So back to Christmas movies. So this is kind of a little segue to talk about LGBTQ representation at Christmas this season because Drew, it is happening. It is happening.
I saw that.
Oh, yeah.
I actually, yes.
Yeah. So I want to talk a little bit about it. I'm going to break down the timeline because this all happened since your wedding, Drew, in the Bahamas. I didn't get a chance to talk about it on the podcast, but now that I have an actual real life lesbian with us today, and me,
I've never seen one before. It's like a unicorn.
And a married lesbian. I thought it would be a perfect time to talk about this because
what?
Yes,
you're married?
Gay marriage. It's a real thing that is government sanctioned, even, you know.
That's right.
Legally married. So back in December at your wedding, Drew, in the Bahamas, there was some controversy with Hallmark. So Candace, of course, is from Hallmark, and she's doing the Christmas movies. So around that time last year, there was a Zola ad. It's a wedding company. They do wedding planning. They're probably not doing very well right now because weddings aren't really happening. But the wedding featured grooms, brides of all different kinds, very diverse and inclusive ad. And it included a lesbian couple, no kissing or anything. They were literally standing at the altar in brides. What are those called? Gowns?
Gowns, sure.
Oh my God, what is it called? A bride?
Wedding dress?
A wedding dress. A wedding dress. Oh my God. A wedding dress, yes. Clearly, I'm not getting married in a wedding dress, despite what some of you may think. You know, some people are like, what are you going to wear to your wedding? You're like,
at your wedding, you're going to be in a tank top. You're going to be in that.
I'm going to be in a tank top. Yes.
Yes.
But actually, that blue tank top, all like waxed up and ready to fucking go. Man.
There you go. So the ad aired on Hallmark Channel, but then Hallmark got bad pushback from these women on Facebook and probably some men. I don't want to genderize the people. Some conservatives who are not for gay representation for some reason.
No, they are definitely not.
They
Super not.
They did not like that. So Hallmark released a statement and they said the lesbian couples, this is a quote, PDA violated its policies and they pulled the ad.
What?
Yep.
There was no PDA,
The
though.
lesbian couples PDA violated its policies and they pulled the ad. Hallmark, like it's a card, like you buy it for all your family and people, like you buy it for your gay uncle, you buy it for your gay sister, you know?
Bad move. Mm-hmm.
Terrible.
Very bad.
Yep.
And they immediately backtracked that
statement. Did they say PDA because they were holding hands or something?
Yeah, I think so. There was no kiss.
They weren't like, yeah. It's like,
no,
we're sorry for the butt licking on this ad. You know, that was a little much. I was like, what?
No,
what
and it so fast too, because I remember seeing the commercial, and whenever I see representation on anything, I have to do like a double take really quick still in this day and age to be like, whoa. But literally it was so fast that you'd see these like couples like panning through. I mean, the women just walk down the aisle, like maybe holding hands, I think. It was such a quick little snippet.
Would have never even thought twice about it.
Nope.
Had not all this happened. So the CEO of Hallmark and president of the channel, Bill Abbott, was removed from his position after making that statement. He also went on Hollywood Reporter and did like a terrible interview and was like, it will never happen. Like gays will never happen on Hallmark because it's not family friendly. And the host of that podcast is a lesbian. And she was like, okay.
Like,
you're telling me that my family will not see me represented ever on Hallmark. And he's like, well, you know, we'll explore options, but don't hold your breath, basically. So he was kicked out, replaced with a BIPOC, Wanya Lucas.
Hell yeah, Wanya.
Yep.
She is now the president and CEO of Hallmark Crown Media Family Networks. And she has really doubled down on the promise and commitment to diversity and inclusion that Hallmark is making. So
that is awesome.
This past weekend, they had a movie come out called Wedding Every Weekend, which featured a biracial same-sex union between Vicky and Amanda. And I watched the movie this weekend because I was like, I gotta watch it and write a review. I already have like a bunch of mean comments on my blog.
Oh, you do. You certainly do.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Wow.
It's amazing how many bad comments you have.
Yeah. So, you know, whatever. But what I loved about this movie is that it featured 4 different weddings. It had a biracial couple. It had a Jewish wedding. It had a Black wedding. It really like showed different weddings. So it was very inclusive. And the best part about it, Drew, every wedding was shot exactly the same, shot for shot.
Oh, wow. So it's just like, it's the same shit. We're all just human beings trying to get fucking hitched.
You see the first couple have their kiss. It's shot exactly the same for everyone. To say, if you're offended by this, these two people kissing, it is not because it is vulgar or it is because it is like something that's obscene. You weren't offended when the first straight couple did it, and then the Black couple did it, and then the biracial couple did it, and then the lesbians did it. You know?
Wow.
That's great. That's fucking great. Man, that's good that's good. I would say this. Motherfuckers be listening to this podcast. Hallmark be listening to this podcast.
Oh, I know they do.
I like to think that we did this.
Well, and they say this. So they had haters too, of course, on their Twitter or something.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So I looked up an article today. This was their response to the haters. We are proud of our movie, Wedding Every Weekend. Hallmark, our priority at Hallmark Channel is to develop a broad mix of content, characters, and stories in order to create a Hallmark experience where everyone feels welcome.
And you're making more money that way. Like even in a business sense, you're making more money. Like just it's that simple. Why wouldn't you include? Yeah, the few little angry fucking Karens that are out there that are being like, I didn't like seeing black people, and like that's only a few. That's only a few.
Yes.
And you're adding in now, like the audience of Hallmark that you didn't have before, of just been like, oh, all Black people, all gay people. Like you're at like the amount that you're adding in, including that stuff, just at the core business level. That's how you do it, and that's awesome. What's her name again?
Wanya Lucas.
Wanya Lucas? Hell yeah, Wanya.
So
get on her. Come on here. I want to talk to you.
That'd be fun. So Drew, you have the business side. Alli, do you want to talk about like the LGBTQ side of like what it means to see this, or what you think about maybe this?
I want to be clear though. I'm not just saying just for business. I'm not.
No. I'm saying that, like, you did a good job.
Core.
You did a good job at explaining that for a business sense. But Alli, can you speak to the other side of it of what it would mean to a gay person to see that?
Yeah, I think I particularly did a project last year in the Chicago theater scene, focusing a lot on representation in the media. Specifically, a lot of the people that we interviewed for this project were LGBTQ. So we've my partner and I have done like a lot of studies on just how people are willing to kind of tiptoe into this land of, diversity or into exposure. I think Hallmark, we've seen that. I was like just talking to Patrick earlier. I was like, it's been a year since we saw that commercial, and now they've actually done a full movie with representation of a gay couple in it. I think that's a huge way to go within a year time span. I can say that
not even a year.
No, I can't.
It's like 6 months.
It's unbelievable. I think it is a reflection though of the type of change that we are seeing and the rate at which it is happening. I think it's super hopeful. I think it's super, super hopeful. But particularly within movies and films, within the past couple of years, we've seen it. We've seen the diversity come through, and we've seen, exposure is key, right? I think about young Alli all the time. If I had looked up at the TV one time while my mom was watching the Hallmark Channel and seen two women getting married just as they had just shown a heterosexual couple getting married before it, my entire little life would have been changed just because I had seen that. So I'm just like, whenever I see these things happening, I'm so proud of Hallmark for doing this too. But I just think of all of not only the true fans that are it's changing their minds, and the haters are going to hate because they're uncomfortable and because they're scared. But I think of all the little minds that maybe popped in while someone was watching it on TV and saw it too. That's what it's about. So.
Right. Absolutely. That's perfect.
Yep.
That 100% correct. Perfect. That is like if you got to the point where like you're just like you're not, I guess it's what it's doing. What I love about it is that it's normalizing it.
Right.
Where it's like that's where it needs to be normalized, because that it's going like, yeah, this happens. There it is. No biggie. Just this is now what's going to happen. It's already happening. But it's like, yes, it should be normal to anyone that this is a thing that happens. Like,
yes.
Yep.
Sorry, not sorry.
Well, and it's going to keep happening because Hallmark is committed to telling these stories for including LGBTQ characters in their Christmas movies, which is a huge thing. Will they have protagonists that are LGBTQ? Doubtful. Lifetime, over at Lifetime, on the other hand, they already had a gay kiss last year in their Christmas movie. There was a movie called Twinkle All the Way. And Drew, the movie, it was not twinkling like a gay twinkle. It was like about Christmas lights. But it featured the protagonist had a brother who was gay, and they share a kiss at the end by the Christmas tree, opening presents and stuff. It was adorable. And the guy was like insanely hot. So I was like, hello, Mark Ganthy, call me. Okay. But Lifetime this year,
this is great.
They did a press release and they were like, you know what, Hallmark, you have your movie this summer. We already got a gay protagonist coming. And guess what his fucking name is?
What?
Patrick.
Yes.
So if you have
the actor or the character?
The character. So if you have any doubt that Lifetime is not paying attention to this podcast, that is a straight up shout out to me. And I was like, oh my God. I can't believe it. I mean, what's better than being in a Lifetime movie, having a Lifetime movie named after you?
named after you.
That's incredible.
And the other character's name, Drew Bear.
Drew Bear?
No, it's not Drew Bear.
It's a like fan written fantasy.
Yes,
story.
totally. No, it's actually Hugo. But yeah, I'm excited for that one. It's called The Christmas Setup.
Oh, that's awesome.
What if we had fan fiction?
Oh my god, no.
Someone's fantasy was like, I'm like Patrick and Drew Bear, just like fucking getting it on.
Oh boy. Let me tell you, if it was gonna happen, it would have already happened by now. We've known each other for so long.
So long.
Okay, so I think that wraps up. Alli, do you have any closing thoughts on that before I shut this down?
No, right. I think that's awesome. Thanks for covering that. You know, again, I said haters are gonna hate. It's a tough world that we're living in right now, where a lot of issues have gotten grouped together, and a lot of people have really come out and come forward with their hatred because they're comfortable in that right now. But I have to believe that if we keep talking about it, if we keep showing it, if we keep letting people know that we're not going to stop, you know, fighting the good fight and living until we live in a world where everyone is actually treated as equal, then, you know, not gonna stop. So.
Fuck yeah.
Yep.
And representation matters. And like, you know, that's why we're here on this podcast talking about these things, because we need gay voices. And I am out here talking to everybody.
Normalize it.
Exactly.
Normalize it.
I mean, I went to a college town that was completely straight. I was like the gay person. I was the gay person in high school. And I was like, you know what? Here I am. And like, people were just like, oh, okay, great. You know? And then they were like, if they know someone who's gay, all you need to know is one person. You can identify with those things a lot better, because you're like, oh, this affects Patrick. This affects Alli Braun. You know what I mean? Like, it's very important to be out there and make yourself like seen to the world. So keep on keeping on, everybody. You're doing a good job.
That's right.
Normalize it.
Yes. So now it is time for the pluggy time. We'll start with Alli. Do you have anything you'd like to plug in the pluggy time of the podcast?
Oh, pluggy time. I did it's a weird time right now for, you know, fitness and going out in the world, but I just finished my aerial fitness instructor certification. So I'm teaching at Air Fitness Studios throughout the city now. If you're like, what is that? It's essentially a workout in a fabric hammock. So you look like you're doing circus at the same time that you're working out.
It's very cool.
It
is cool.
It's super fun.
I actually love watching that shit, because I was like, whoa.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, it looks like, I mean, you know, you got to have a good core.
It's right. It's so fun. And I always plug it too by saying I started this all like just a little over a year ago, and it's like something I got super addicted to, and it's fantastic. So if anyone's interested in that, you can also find me on Instagram. I have a bunch of information about it on my handle, which is just at Alli Braun. Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah.
Yay.
Oh, yeah. Drew, how about you?
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram at Drew But With Pants. Also, my band The Limbos is at The Limbos, and we're about to release a new record that we have made remotely.
Awesome.
So,
that's incredible.
Yeah, it's been tough, but yeah,
I mean,
we get it. We got it.
That's proof, though, that artists, I think, always adapt and change to the current times. So that's really cool.
Yeah, absolutely. And the Limbos are awesome. I've seen them in person.
Yeah, you have.
Like front row.
Front row, baby.
Oh.
You know, it helps to know people in the band.
Well, all you have to do is just like walk to the front, because we're not in like a stadium.
Oh, that's weird. I thought it was like reserved for me.
Oh, I thought
no, that was how I swindled you out of an extra $10.
Right. Oh, okay.
VIP.
Well, thank you both for being here, and thank you, listeners, for checking back in with Lifetime in Court. We watch these movies, so you don't have to, but if you do, we'd love to hear from you. You can follow me at Patrick Miguel, or the podcast at Lifetime in Court. Don't forget to rate and review us on Apple Podcasts. And hey, check out our YouTube channel. We have a YouTube channel now. YouTube. Episodes are out on Monday, so that's when we record, so I remember to release them. So check those out. They're like 5-minute recaps of the movies. So, you know, if you don't have time to listen to this podcast or whatever, you
and everyone can be Drew Bear.
Yes, everyone can be a Drew Bear, but
you don't have to watch them if you don't want to.
You don't have to watch them. So, yeah, so that's a new cool thing. I don't know why I decided to do that in quarantine. My hair is terrible, but...
Oh, it's not. Stop it.
Hey, you know, I've got a mullet going on in the back. But yes, hey, you know, also check out our website, lifetimeofcourse.com. And I think that is the end. Okay, goodbye.
Okay, bye.
Bye.